Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining us here for day one of Live Maniacs. We are at Martial Arts Quarry. Apologies for the slight delay in the start. We're in a very, very remote location. I'm Craig Stone. Joining me is Daryl Curtis. Daryl, what do we have in store for today?
Well, we're straight into the first Live Maniac section. I can tell you it's going to be extreme. There are some steep drop-offs. It's a short little loop, probably a kilometer, I would say. And we're in for a treat this morning. We're going to see extreme enduro at its best.
So the guys should be arriving any minute now. We should about 1 minute away from them entering this arena. We've got some really steep little shoot-ups, shoot-downs. Don't forget Sandra Gomez is competing in the gold class this year as well, so we should see some good action from her as well. And this is right off the start. So the guys and girls and Sandra have been riding for more or less 8 minutes before they get here. So it's right straight into the action, heart rate's pumping. Daryl, we should see a little bit of jostling, a little bit of, who wants to get out front first. There's 3 minutes between each riders, so some of them can try and leapfrog each other.
Yeah, I think the big stress for them is this Live Maniac section. You know, it's in your face, it's straight after the start, it's about 8 minutes in. I don't think the guys are very excited about it. They want to get out into the mountains and start, getting out in front. All about taking the lead today. I think Alfredo Gomez is going to start first this morning. He was able to choose his start time. And there you can see one of the uphill creeks. Really, really steep. I mean, the camera doesn't do it any justice. That downhill that you're seeing right now is extreme. It's near vertical. I don't think you'll struggle to walk down there. We walked up it yesterday. We went around on the river. We looked down from the top. And it's really, really steep.
So Billy, after winning the prologue yesterday, he's chosen to start in third position. He wants those tracks on the grounds in front of him. He's going to make Manny and Alfredo ahead of him do a bit of work and do a bit of testing the tracks, breaking ground in front of him. I think that's a good option there by Billy. Then in fourth place, we've got Dominic Olzawi, and in fifth place, Wade Young. So Wade also looking really good there. He's going to be very happy with that because he's got a nice carrot in front of him to follow.
Temperature-wise, we were up into the 36 degrees yesterday on the prologue. We had a little bit of rain last night. Not much to make too much difference to the track. It'll certainly get rid of a little bit of dust this morning. And right now, we're in the early 20s over here. It's a really nice time of the morning, and the guys should be finishing just after lunch before the heat of the day starts.
So don't forget also you can head over to all our social medias as well as our website. You can follow the race progress not only of these gold guys. We've got silver, bronze, iron and atom. Silver class really hot at the moment. Ben Wibbly winning the prologue there yesterday. And we've got James Moore as well, youngster, 16 years old. He's going to be hot in their heels, as well as Mark Morris and Chris Christodouli also looking to hunt for the top spots there.
40 gold entries this year from 20 countries. It's going to be crazy. We're going to get to see most of them here on the Live Maniac section, and I can't wait.
So they should be entering any minute now. We're just listening behind us. Daryl and I are here on location. We're on spot. We're in the action. We can see them right in front of us. We can see exactly what's going on. And we're just waiting for them to come into this arena. There's a big crowd gathering behind us. Lots of people coming out to come and see what's going to happen.
So after the start this morning, it's short. It's about a little 8-minute trundle. There's nothing too difficult. Just enough to warm up, get the arms a little bit loose, and then straight into this section. So one of the problems, I think, is arm pump for the riders and heart rate up, immediately after the start. And they're going to have to manage themselves through the section and be careful not to make any mistakes. There's some big drop-offs over here. It can be race ending. The guys are going to want to take care here, but at the same time, they want to just get out of this quarry in one piece and head off into the mountains. How many kilometers are the guys doing today, Craig?
So it's about 133 kilometers today. That's with the small liaison that they had to do to get to the off-road start. So not too long, but there's got a lot of action for them. A lot of big climbs, big downhills to do. And you can watch all that action on our social feeds there and get to see what the guys are all doing. And just to give you an idea of who else is in the hunt there, so we've got Tristan Hart. Tristan is starting just behind Wade. We saw them bashing bars yesterday in the prologue, really having a good battle. Tristan Hart's in 6th. We've got Matthew Green in 9th place. Matthew currently leading the Junior World Championship. Mario Roman in 10th. the king himself, Mr. Graham Jarvis, with the number 1 on his bike. He's in 12th. I think he'll be very happy with that. You know, Graham just wanted to get through the prologue yesterday. He's got a good position there. He likes to hunt. He likes to come from behind, hunt the guys in front of him. Michael Walkner starting in 14th place. Rigo Rico in 18th. Brett Swanepoel, another South African there, 19th place. So he's also going to be really charging from there. Sandra, great result there from her. She's in 31st place. Ring Tainstro, one of the local riders, he's going to be starting in 33. And yeah, a lot of action we're going to see today.
As we pan across the quarry over there, I mean, the camera doesn't do it any justice. That's a little uphill. They're going to go up and around the tape and come back down again. But I mean, it's just it's a brutal course. So early in the morning.
Yeah, and we had a massive thunderstorm here last night. So a bit of moisture out there, but I think it's going to be good here on this quarry because it's just going to take the dust away and give the guys a little bit more traction. We've also got Diana. She's our field reporter today, and she's going to be waiting for someone special.
Hey guys, we are here at the martial arts. Martial arts is the first section of the Live Maniacs from off-road day 1. And as you can see, it's super steep, looks dangerous, but it's not that dangerous. We are waiting for the pro riders to come. I think it will be great. It's gonna be a super adventure, super journey. Actually, soon they will arrive here. Everything is already prepared and everybody's already super excited to watch them. Back to my favorite commentators, Daryl and Craig.
So as you can see, everybody waiting in anticipation. Yeah, everybody waiting for them to come through. They should be arriving any minute now. They've got had a little bit of a climb to do to get you, so maybe a bit more rain overnight than what we anticipated. And I can tell you, when it rains here, it really changes the conditions up hugely. I mean, we've seen some previous events. 2010 is probably the most significant one where we had rain every single day. It was just such a really hard event when the rain comes. It just changes the conditions totally.
So currently in the Hard Enduro World Championship standings, we've got Manny Letzenbichler leading, Tristan Hart is second, Billy Bolt third, Theodore Kabachev fourth, and Graham Jarvis in fifth. So we saw yesterday the competitiveness between Manny and Billy motocrossing the prologue. It's going to be, I mean, this gold race, this Romaniacs, is going to be absolutely crazy. Will Graham Jarvis take his 8th win? He's won it 7 times already, our winningest rider of all time.
So yeah,
the goat. I'm just hearing a bike coming into the quarry, Craig. It could be a spectator behind us. It could be one of the pros. We don't have eyes on them yet.
But there's definitely someone in there. There's excitement. Everybody's turning. Where is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is the first one? And there you go. So there's Alfredo. Alfredo's the first one to arrive. He's going to make his way up now. He's going to make his way up this little canyon. There we see Paul Walton, our field reporter. Wow, super smooth there.
Yeah, this section looks really flat, but it's extreme already. They're going up, it's an uphill. They're going to climb all the way to the top of the quarry before they start coming down these vertical ledges.
And just behind me, I think I heard Manny revving his bike up, lining up with that chute up into this little canyon. So Manny could have made up a little bit of time here. He had 3 minutes behind Alfredo at the start, and there he is. So Manny's closed that gap. He's closing that gap now, that 3 minutes that he had. Just shooting straight up that rock there from him, no problem from whatsoever. So Alfredo might be feeling a little bit of pressure here from Manny, that knowing that he's caught him so early on in the day. And they're going to wind through the trees here, slightly up to the right, and then make a big left up a very deep canyon, up, out, and onto the top of this quarry. Hopefully we see Billy coming through now any minute. We're going to wait for some visuals on Billy. He was our fastest rider through the prologue yesterday. And what a prologue it was. I mean, I was just in awe of these guys. It was so exciting to see Manny and Billy just bashing bars yesterday, elbows up, leaving nothing out for chance.
So Alfredo at the moment currently 7th in the Hard Enduro World Championship. And Manny leading, of course, winning X-Ross and Earnsburg overall this year so far. Manny last year also had trouble on the first day. He fried his clutch. He got a penalty, which threw him out of the rankings in last year's results.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for him. It was, so early on in the race. He was in peak condition, as they are now. So he's definitely going to want to make up for that this year.
So prior to last year, Manny Letterbickler won Romaniacs overall in 2019, 2020, 2021. He's on fire. Had problems last year. He got a penalty. And I can tell you now he wants to take the win this year.
So we're just waiting for Billy. Billy should be the next one to arrive now. Manny and Alfredo will be just about coming out through the top there. So you can see where that blue tape is. We're going to wait for them to pop out through there. They'll be making their way up that little canyon. There's quite a big step in there, really big step, about 1.5 meters high. So that's going to be a bit tricky for them to get up and over. And then they're going to be popping out through there where the blue tape is.
So I walked the section yesterday going up to the forest, and it's really gnarly. They've got to do this loop 3 times. And then we walked around. They hadn't quite finished finalizing the direction of the track yet. But from what I saw, it was absolutely insane. They're over the top now, coming down on their first lap, so I think Manny's going to pass Alfredo. There he is.
There you go.
The first of one of the ledges, small little down.
And Alfredo, you know, he'll be known now that Manny's on a charge, so he'll be happy to let Manny through and try and tag on his wheel now and let Manny pull him through the track here. He's going to make a left now, pivot turn and fire up, straight up the other side where they come down. And here we go. Full gas. Really nice. You can see the grip there. Soil's nice and dark brown from the rain last night.
Well, making short work of that so far.
Alfredo choosing the same line there as Manny. He's going to line up, take him over, and now Manny coming down the other side. So Manny's going to come down. He's going to come down toward us now. Turn around and go back for his second lap. Here's Billy. So Billy's on side. So Billy's in this canyon. Billy on a charge as well. Great to see him now in shot here. We've got our professional mountain runners with the GoPros chasing these guys again this year. Really exciting, right up there in the action. Alfredo coming through the trees now, trying to stick with Manny through this. Manny just making his way around through the trees here. He's going to come almost right directly in front of us before he goes around for a second lap. Some big holes in there. You know, watch where you place your front wheel. Alfredo doing well to stay with him because Manny's on a charge. So Alfredo's doing super well just to stay with him. Billy should come in shot now. So when Billy comes up and over that ravine, he's going to be at the top of this martial arts quarry, and he'll be able to see these guys below him. So that'll really pump him up to try and bridge that gap to them. After Billy, we should see Dominic Olzawi.
So according to the start list, there was a 3-minute gap between the riders. So that really shows us already how much time Manny's made up on Alfredo. Manny's just come past us below. He's going to start his second lap.
So on the timing at the moment, the fastest on the road is Manny. So we saw him making a pass there, and Alfredo, he caught that 3 minutes. And then it's Billy. So Billy also on a charge. Billy currently second on the road.
Well, they're making short work of this track. They're really carving it up. I'm not too sure how many riders are going to come in the next lap or two, and are they going to cause any bottlenecks? I don't think so. The track looks pretty rideable.
Yeah, these guys are really going fast through here. So Manny, he's already halfway up through that little canyon, and he's going to pop out the trees again. He'll be through here in no time. So Billy coming down, he's going to make that fire up, shoot up that top there, come back again, and make his way through to the second lap. There you go, so there's Billy coming down. He just paused for a second, make sure he's going to take the right line. He's going to make a good pivot turn here and fire it up. Second gear, flat out, straight up and over the top. There you go. Awesome sound, that.
What a cool pivot turn. I mean, here you can just see the best riders in the world. We don't often get to see them live. So it's really special to have live Maniacs here on this section. Off-road day one here in Sibiu. What a treat. Alfredo Gomez on his second lap, making his way up the backside of the mountain as Billy Bolt comes down. to finish his first lap.
So Alfredo is lost out now of Manny. So Manny's stretching that elastic. He's going to snap that elastic.
There we go. Dominic Alzawi starting the uphill.
So Alfredo's going to look. He's going to come in just behind Dominic there. Billy now making his way around the stones, and he's going to come directly right in front of us here before he goes for his second lap. We should get Wade pretty soon. Wade Young should be coming in picture soon, and then followed by Tristan Hart. So we could have, 7 or 8 riders in this section at one time.
There's old Mike Skinner in the background doing a great job with Eric Timmel. No GoPros are allowed on the riders this year, so we've got lots of runners out there getting some footage, which will be brought to you guys throughout the next couple of days. We've got 4 off-road days, starting from today, with the grand final in Gustavrica with a big hill climb at the end. I'm really looking forward to that. Such a cool atmosphere here in the mountains at the moment. So many fans out here have come to see this spectacle, and what better playground so early in the morning.
So Manny's really on fire. He's already come downhill. He's shooting up here again already. You see him, he didn't even pause when he went down the downhill for the second time. He knew it. He remembered his line. He knows exactly where to go. No time for stopping. He's on a charge. Billy going around for a second lap. He's going to jump up this little rock into the canyon. Now Billy on a second lap. So we've got Alfredo, Dominic and Billy now all in the canyon. Manny going to come around now for his last lap.
Well, he hasn't put a wheel wrong so far. He's made really short work of it, and he'll be happy to get out. Well, he'll be first on the road on the track today, Craig.
Yep, he's going to be first on the road. But our track managers have done an amazing job. Everywhere's marked. They've got sign intersections. So in the past it was more of a GPS race. And the guys sort of would hang back a little bit and let the GPS masters like Gerhard Forster, he was always the human compass, but nowadays they can just go flat out from start to finish. And we just saw Wade there. So Wade is in the track now too, he's up into the canyon. And we have Manny and Wade almost together here. We saw Alfredo popping out the top there, so Alfredo looks like he might have made his way past Dominic, so it could have been at that big step up. So there's Alfredo. Alfredo coming down now. Oh, sorry, Alfredo, he's made his way up. It's Dominic coming down. So Alfredo did pass Dominic. Alfredo did pass Dominic in that little canyon. And here's Wade. Wow, look at the speed of Wade.
So Wade currently is lying 9th in the HEWC. He didn't ride Romaniacs in 2022 due to injury, and he finished 5th at Erzberg this year, and he missed X-Ross, so that's why he's 9th at the moment in the HEWC. But Romaniacs is one of his favorite races. He does really well here. The terrain suits him. Roof of Africa suits Wade Young. Romaniacs suits Wade Young. I can't wait to see how he gets on in the next couple of days. Maniap, final lap, making his way up the creek. He's going to have his last little downhills, and he's going to head out onto the track.
So on the timing at the moment, Alfredo is really losing time because we've got Manny in first place, Billy is in second on the road, Dominic Ozawi in third, and Wade Young in fourth. Alfredo in fifth. So Alfredo is losing massive time today. Dominic just making his way now. He's going to pick through those big rocks. Alfredo there just ahead of him. So Alfredo, he's almost done his second lap before he goes on to his last one. You should see Manny. Manny's going to pop out of the top now any minute now. He's just about done with the section. Now he can put it behind him and get on with the rest of the day.
So Dominic Alzawi is 23 years old. He's from Poland. He was a junior the Super World Enduro Champion in 2022. He finished 10th at Romaniacs in 2021. He finished 14th in 2022. What a beautiful pivot there from Billy.
He fires it up again for a second time. You see how he just rolls back there, rolls back to get his wheels on the flat ground and get a good drive to shoot up again.
Wade's busy sussing out the downhills.
Billy making short work of that. He's also got his lines dialed now. He's going to get through this and get onto the rest of the track. So Alfredo's still struggling on that step. He's just not managing to get the traction down.
Looks like Manny's set to make a second pass on Alfredo.
And that was Tristan Hart. So number 4 there, Tristan Hart. He just is up into the canyon already. So not quite as in touch with Wade as he was yesterday, but he's going to want to try and bridge that gap. And Manny almost done now. So Manny coming down, he's going to make his way over the rocks, and then he's out of here. Wade just picking his way carefully, doesn't want to make any mistakes early on. And here we go, here's Billy. So he's going to come across here, come across these big stones, and onto his last lap. So that's about it for Manny. So he's been up and over. He's going to come down for the last time now, up and over these big stones, and then he's done. He's really made good short work of this track. Billy coming right past us here now. So Billy off for his last lap. We should see Tiro Kabacha should be coming in pretty soon now, followed by Mark Fernandez Serra.
And then shortly after that, Matty Green and Mario Roman, who started in 10th this morning.
And we've just got perfect conditions out here today. The sun is out, a little bit of rain overnight for good traction.
The temperatures are a lot cooler than yesterday. I think today and tomorrow are going to be cooler. It's going to be welcomed by the riders. Because honestly, yesterday was just insanely hot. So I was just thinking about heat exhaustion and, the guys taking strain out on the track. It's not just the gold riders, it's the silver guys, it's the bronze guys. We've got lots of iron riders out there, atom riders.
That was really impressive by Manny. I don't know if you saw, but he rode that whole rock section just about on the back wheel. Really, really good riding. Wade coming past us here now, so Wade off onto the second lap.
And Manny coming through just behind Wade. So Wade's going to start his next lap, and Manny's done now. He's going to head out of the quarry. He'll be super happy to get out of this live Maniac section. He's got a 5-minute breather here.
They've got 5 minutes to just collect themselves, have a little bit of breather. We're going to go down to Diana. Diana can get a few words from Manny there. So let's go across to Diana. So it looks like Diana not quite ready there. They're just Manny's getting ready. Maybe just take the helmet off so get some fresh air into his face and into his lungs. And then we're going to hear from Manny just now. So Alfredo, he's gone up there now for the last time. Alfredo, he's going to come down. And I'm sure he'll be happy to be over with this section. There's Tristan Hart. So Tristan just behind Alfredo now. Wade seems to be just stretching out that elastic between him and Tristan. Wade's looking really good this year, really fit, really fast. So it looks like sounds like we've got Diana with Manny. Let's go across to Diana and to get some few words from Manny.
Hey guys, I'm here with Manuel Lettenbichler. Manuel, I saw you overtook Alfredo. What did you have for breakfast today?
Had some eggs, scrambled eggs, but he made a mistake at the beginning from the start off, so I could kind of catch him already at the beginning, and yeah, pretty stoked. I think the riding was good. Live Maniacs this time was definitely nice to ride and still super intense, so I think the guys made a good job with it.
Last year you did not have so much luck during the live transmissions, the Live Maniacs. How does it feel now to be in the lead?
It's nice to start out now and be leading. I hope it's going to be a great day now after this one.
It's going to be for sure. Thank you very much and good luck. Have fun.
So good to hear from Manny there. He's definitely sounding amped. He's sounding pumped for the day. I'm sure he's also pleased that this was early on in the day so he can get it behind him and get on with the rest of the track. But Manny really in good spirits there. We can see Billy now. So Billy coming down to complete his 3 laps.
So Billy missed Romaniacs in last year. He was injured, and he's currently lying 3rd in the HEWC.
And Tristan just come past us here now. So Tristan off onto a 2nd lap. That means Wade should be up into the canyon at the moment and making his way up to the top. Dominic gonna pivot around and make a fire up here for his 2nd time. Things are already starting to heat up here. The weather's getting warm again. They're going to want to take on their hydration, make sure that they're staying fully hydrated. And their little 5-minute break here, I'm sure they'll be taking on some energy. And looks like we've got Diana with Alfredo. It'll be good to hear what's
I'm with Alfredo Gomez now. Alfredo, Manuel said that you did a mistake at the beginning. What happened?
Yeah, just 3 minutes before the start, my ski plate was on the ground, so I had to fix it. And then I started 1 minute late, and overtaking guys, I had a huge crash. I bent my handlebar a little bit and broke the front fender.
How?
Not my best start.
Okay. Should I think about the fact that you did not have also a good breakfast today?
Yes, I had a good breakfast. Everything should be fine. So just relax, calm, and try to get a good rhythm. Not like until now.
I know you are usually calm, collected, cool, all good. So I suppose it was all good for you here, even if at the beginning you thought it's a bit dangerous, right?
Yes, these loops were good and good enough to ride well. So enjoying. Pity I had that stupid thing with the bike, and
I'm sure it's gonna be all right. I wish you good luck.
A really experienced rider. He knows exactly what to do now. He's not going to let this bother him. He's got 5 minutes just to compose himself. I'm sure he'll just have a quick look over that bike, over the bash plate, check everything's secure. But he's a professional. He's going to put it to bed now and get on with the rest of the day.
So we saw Wade Young just now. He's past the Dominic Olzawi, and then we just saw Theodore Kabakchev in the white kit into the quarry.
So that's really great riding by Wade to catch Dominic, bridging that 3 minutes.
I'm with Billy Bond here. Hey Billy, what did you have for breakfast today?
No, that's a secret. I can't tell you that. No, to be honest, not so much. I struggled to eat in the morning. So I took 2 desserts last night and I did for breakfast.
Sounds good. It's a mystery. Okay, how did you like the Life Maniacs track?
It was good. It was a nice warm-up, that's for sure. I think the level was pretty good as a start for the first day, and I think didn't really make any mistakes, just kind of got through it smoothly. Hopefully we can continue like that the rest of the day.
I'm sure you can continue like that, maybe even more, even better. I know that first you did not like this section too much, but I see you're really relaxed now, cool, calm, collected. So do I share the same opinion with you?
Yeah, I think the changes were good, they were necessary, you know, like it wasn't a question whether it was possible or not, it's a question of safety, and it's not worth to take the risks that was put out in first. So I'm happy with the changes, I'm grateful that they eventually listened to us and they took a little bit more measures than probably it should have done, but in the end I think everyone would be grateful for what's gone on.
Thank you very much, Billy, good luck.
Gotta love Billy's character. He's always joking, taking 2 desserts for dinner last night for breakfast, and he's always such a chilled guy. You know, he doesn't take it too seriously, but when that helmet goes on, it's all serious, and we saw that yesterday in the prologue. So there's Tristan Hart. Tristan coming through these rocks here. He's going to be off for his last lap here of Live Maniacs. Really nice riding there. See him hopping through those big stones.
So Tristan's currently lying 2nd in the Hard Enduro World Championship. He was 3rd at Erzberg, 4th at X-Ross. I remember that he was really disappointed with his 3rd place at Erzberg. He really wanted to win. And that's just how competitive these guys are. He's not sure to finish 2nd. He's going to go all out for the win here today. And there we see Matty Green our junior world championship leader coming into the picture.
Wow, look at that.
Matty's really come a long way. He's based himself in Italy, and I've just seen him grow up in the hard enduro world scene from the first time at Romaniacs to now. What a difference. He really is set to challenge the best riders in the world here. It's his last year in juniors, and then he's going to join the fray.
That was really solid riding there by Matty, and he's looking really fit this year. You know, he's got a bit of experience under the belt now, and a lot of determination.
Yeah, big friends with Billy and Manny, and he really rides a lot with them. And I think it's just lifting his level, you know, race to race. You can see the improvements with Matty.
So Tristan there, Tristan Hart, he's off onto his last lap. Here we go, he has Wade. Wade coming down. Wow, he's really gone through this course really fast. We've got our GoPro there, so they're chasing Tristan, trying to keep up. And we saw a glimpse of Theodore coming through that canyon there as well. So Theodore Kabasha, he's also on track now.
Last uphill for Wade, before a couple of little switchbacks coming down, and then he'll be out the quarry too.
See how he just weights those pegs, puts the weights on the back wheel to get some good drive. Doesn't waste hardly a second before he's shooting back up there again.
Mark Fernandez, Sarah in the quarry. As we've seen Billy Bolt just motocross past us here, Manny as well. These guys, I mean, there's no like in between riding where they're going to get their breath back. They had their 5-minute rest and literally motocrossing their way out. They are going to be flat out today.
So we've got all the top 3 guys there, Manny, Alfredo and Billy, all out on track now. We should see a picture of Theodore coming through. We did see him in the canyon. There he is, so he's firing up that chute there. Pausing for a second before he goes again. And Wade coming down now, so Wade through these rocks. And Wade is out of this section now. Nice riding. So Wade will be coming into the little 5-minute stop. We'll get a chat with Diana just now. And then he's going to be out and chasing down Billy, Alfredo and Manny.
So Theodore finished 8th in 2021 and 2nd at Romaniacs last year. He's definitely going to try and win this. It's not going to be. He's not going to make it easy for Billy and Manny. I can tell you now. He wants to take the win. So does Tristan Hart. So does Wade Young. Anything can happen. That's the thing. That's 4 long days of racing, and luck plays a big part in this. Luck, skill, equipment, correct mousses.
Now setup is everything here, Romaniacs. You know, the moose and the tyre combination. You really want a nice smooth bike to ride. You don't want a motocross bike setup where it's too hot. You want a nice and smooth power to get you good drive and traction on the ground. It looks like on the timing that Tristan could just have clipped ahead of Wade there on the timing, so we'll wait for confirmation of that. But it looks like Tristan has got about 30 seconds on Wade at the moment. Remember, he started 3 minutes behind Wade at the start this morning.
Let's go across there, Diana.
So we'll hear from Wade in a second. While we see Dominic. So Dominic, he's down here for I think a second. Here's Wade.
Thanks.
How was your breakfast?
Steph, just tell him I have no back brace.
He's just ignoring me somehow.
Sorry.
How was your breakfast?
Good.
Okay. Okay, I thought you were gonna say what you had for breakfast. Probably it's a mystery. How was the journey until here?
It's been good. It's quite a tough section. So, yeah, everything's going well. So I'm enjoying it. Trying to push and catch up with the guys.
Any problems, mistakes?
Small problem with the back brakes. No back brakes. They come and go, so not ideal for the downhills.
Okay, then I wish you good luck, and I'm sure I'm gonna have you a great day.
So Wade looking a bit stressed there about his back brakes. It's not good to have issues so early on in the morning. Matty Green looking really smooth, just picking his way down the quarry.
So Wade might use that little 5-minute gap there just to have a look at the bike himself. You know, these guys all carry the tools with them. They carry some basic tools to be able to work on the bikes, and hopefully he can get that back brake going, because we know how fast Wade already goes down these hills, and we saw some awesome pictures of him in the previous years. But he definitely wants to get that back brake working.
Let's switch to Tristan.
Tristan Hart is here. The Canadian did a very good job. How was your breakfast today?
Breakfast was good. Woke up with a bit of pain from a crash yesterday and straight into carnage, so it went pretty well, honestly, but it's pretty hot already.
Do you enjoy the ride?
Yeah, so far it's good, but we're only a small way in.
Were you expecting this kind of tracks?
Yeah, I mean, Romaniacs, you can never underestimate what Martin has planned, right?
You should expect the unexpected, right?
Always.
Okay, Tristan, I wish you good luck, and I'm sure you're gonna have a great day.
Thank you.
So we're back with the GoPro up here in this canyon, and looks like Tristan is really on a charge at the moment, because on the timing sheets he's on the podium position there. He's on 3rd place, behind Manny in 1st and Billy in 2nd, Wade in 4th.
Mario Roman there.
So Mario's really motivated. You know, he's just always been there here at Romaniacs, just off the podium. He definitely wants to make a charge now and try and get onto the top positions. We can see a nice rut forming there now for these guys. So nice rut forming makes it a bit easier for them. You can see they don't take nearly as much time to get up, pause before they shoot up for the next section.
Theodore, he's almost out the quarry.
Good to see some pictures of Theodore, because we missed him in the earlier ons when he came into this Live Maniac section, but he's really doing nicely in here. And Mario coming past us here, so Mario, he's going to be off onto a 2nd lap.
Mario is currently lying 8th in the Hard Enduro World Championship. And Mario actually had a huge crash at Erzberg. He hit a deer, can you believe it,
Oh, wow.
at Erzberg. He actually was knocked out. He thought he hit a rock, but it was actually an animal. First time I've ever heard of that. Wade has just blasted his way out of the quarry here, out onto the track.
So we've got 4 riders now out on track, making their way towards the finish.
Mark Serra there, we saw just now, he should be almost finished. As Mario Roman heads up the creek.
And we saw a technique there by Mario. You know, these guys don't always ride with their feet on the pegs. When it gets a little bit slippy, they like to just hang off the back of the bike, sit right on the back of the saddle, dangle their legs off, and it just helps square the bike up and get good drive.
Mark Fernandez Serra is 6th in the Junior World Championship. Current standings.
And there's Matty Green dropping down, so Matty also doing really nicely through here.
Of course, Matty leading the Junior World Championship at the moment. So in the Juniors, World Championship-wise, we've got Matty Green in 1st, Mitch Brightmore in 2nd, Richard Moorhouse in 3rd, Grayston Robert 4th, Felix Barker 5th, and Mark Fernandez Serra in 6th place.
So a great shot there from our cameraman. You can see from the top there all the tents. And here is the king. Mr. Jarvis has arrived. He's going to turn up here now, get into this quarry, up that big step.
7-time winner of Romaniacs. Do you think he's still got it in him? 48 years old?
Absolutely,
To get
absolutely.
an 8th?
Never, ever underestimate the silent assassin. Do it at your peril.
I'm here with Theo Kabachev. Theo, the first off-road day is quite young, still fresh. What do you expect for the rest of the day?
Well, it started quite intense, so I expect it to continue this way and keep the good speed going until the end, until the finish flag.
Last year you landed second on the podium. What do you think? This year can you get one step higher?
I will give my best, and for sure I want to improve and I want to represent Bulgaria and Econ in the best possible way.
I'm sure you want this. One more question. What does Romaniacs mean for you comparing with other races?
I just love it.
And don't you love the other races as well?
Romaniacs I love the most.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day. Good luck.
Thank you. You also.
Theodore has got similar riding in Bulgaria, and he excels here. I mean, second place last year. He really is the danger man here this year.
And he's always so composed, you know, so calm. He just knows he's got a job to do and he gets on with it.
Theodore's done a lot of other races around the world. So in last year he won the Sierra Hard Enduro in Mexico. He won the second round of the Spanish Hard Enduro. He won the Panorama Hard Enduro in Romania. And he won the Uncle Hard Enduro in Indonesia. So yeah, the guys are definitely going to be worried about Theodore here.
So while we had that interview with Theodore, we saw Dominic and Tristan Hart blasting out of the 5-minute box here, coming right past us, absolutely flying. And Tristan is definitely on a charge, because on the unofficial results here, on the timing sheets, Tristan is on the fastest on the road at the moment. He is the virtual leader of the race. And it looks about quite short, only about 5 seconds. So he's 5 seconds ahead of Manny now on the virtual leaderboard.
There's Graham in shots at the moment. 5 times winner of the Erzberg, 7 times winner of Romaniacs. The silent assassin is going to make his way up, and those guys in the front are going to be thinking about Graham Jarvis
Yes,
all day long.
Absolutely. He knows who's coming behind him. And we saw some great shot there of Matty Green and Sonny Gogia coming through the canyon.
One thing about Graham Jarvis, he doesn't make mistakes. And he takes his time, he finds traction where many others don't, and whittles his way through. I think probably the most energy efficient rider on the track. You've got the aggressive guys in the front, and you've got Graham just picking his way through, and he's especially good in all the slippery sections.
He's just so calculated, you know. He takes his time, he looks where he wants to go. He doesn't just fire it up and then hope for the best. He's so calculated. And, you know, we saw him here in 2008 take his first win. He came out of nowhere, you know, this trials rider, nobody knew who he was, came, won the race, and shortly after that joined the flight team with Mark Karipoti. Mark Karipoti taking him on as his trainer, and he said to him at the time, you know, Graham, you're a trials rider, but you need some speed. You know, this is also a mix of enduro. So together, they worked together. They developed the 216X Golden tire, where we really saw the new generation of soft tires coming in, and Mark Karipoti and Graham working closely together, developing his style, developing his technique and his speed. You know, he did laps at the motocross track, and we just see what a rider that he is today. And the results that he's achieved have just been phenomenal.
So Graham also has won Hell's Gate 5 times. He's won Sea to Sky 6 times, Room of Africa 4 times, 5 times British Trials Champion, 5 times British Enduro Champion, 6 gold medals at the ISTE, and 4 times winner of the Scottish 6 Days. I don't think there's a more winning rider in the Extreme Enduro Series than Graham Jarvis.
He is the GOAT, that's it. And we just saw Theodore coming out of the box here. So Theodore out onto the track, absolutely motocrossing past us here. You know, these guys, they cannot let up for a second. They've got to just go flat out from start to finish.
Graham, of course, winning Romaniacs last year. And then the previous win he had was in 2017.
That's quite a feat, Daryl. I mean, 5 years after his previous win, a lot can happen in 5 years. A lot of youngsters coming through, so you know.
I just don't know how he keeps on doing it at 48 years old. It really is something very special to still be winning at that age. So much respect from all the riders. Somebody looks like they've got an issue there.
Just trying to see who that is there in shot there, but definitely got some sort of a problem. You can see it's just moved over to the side of the track to not hold up any of the other riders.
It's Michael Volkner.
Michael Volkner. So he could have just maybe just touched that gear lever through the rock there. We saw him just looking down on the left side of the bike. Hopefully just the spring got a bit caught up there and he's freed the spring up and not actually damaged anything.
I mean, the front riders made this look so easy, and here you can see how difficult it really is. That's Mark Fernandez Serra there, number 34, just struggling as Matty Gree blasts his way past. So those guys are both juniors in the Junior World Championship.
So he's definitely going to want to come down and give it another shot. I don't think he can get some decent drive from there, but there is a bit of a step developing there now. So he could have just hit that ledge, hit that step, and you can see that tire just digging in. It's super soft.
He's going to want to go down and try it again from where he is now. I mean, you can't see how steep it is on the camera. Probably better for him to run all the way back down and give it another go.
Because, you know, you don't want to burn your matches. You don't want to push your heart rate into that red zone because it's going to come back and hurt you throughout in the rest of the day. So he's going to come back.
He's going to get it off the racing line.
Wow,
through the tape.
Bit of a beeline there.
Sonny Goggia saw on the left-hand side of the screen.
But you can see that step there, just where he's gone through now. A little bit of a step developing there, so it's making it a bit more challenging for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's super steep and it's super loose. Got to hit it hard at the bottom and clean that section.
You can see Mark, he's just taking a breath before he went. And Matty now, so Matty's through these rocks, so Matty, he is just about done with this course. And Mario entering the 5-minute box. So Mario, he's through now. We're going to get to hear a bit from Mario in a minute with Diana. We've got some technical issues. It's not the easiest out here in the mountains to get all these feeds to you, but we should be back with them in a second.
Hey Mario, how was your day?
Very good. In the morning, very slippery grass. Just 10 minutes to get in the Life Maniacs section. It was very tough 3 laps. I enjoy a lot, and yeah, hopefully I can keep going in this pace. I feel good. The bike is perfect. Yeah, we have a long day ahead, and after 3 more, so keep going.
Yeah, I was about to say that this is the first off-road day and the day is quite fresh, quite young. And what do you expect for the rest of the day?
I think if you start like this, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be super hard. That's why the impossible name. So yeah, keep pushing and we will see at the end of the day.
Thank you very much, and I wish you good luck, Mario.
So you can see the sweat there on Mario already. These guys have really been working hard, and it's still early in the morning. So the sun's really going to come out and make things a little bit more difficult for them. But Mario in good spirits there. He's looking forward for the rest of the day. And here we go. We got Matty Green with Diana.
I'm with Matthew Green here. How is it, bro?
Hello, everybody.
How is it, bro?
It's so good. It's nice to be here. The sun's definitely shining this morning. And that was quite tough. I'm a bit out of breath.
Okay, this is the first off-road day, so the day is quite fresh, quite young. What do you expect for the rest of the day?
I love riding. It's going to be fun.
In the last days, it rained quite a bit. So what do you think? Is it good to have a bit wet of a soil or should have been dry?
Oh, I think we had a bit of rain last night, so it's going to be for sure a little bit slippery, but it's definitely better if it's dry. It's the same for everyone, so I don't really mind there. Just have to just push and be strong.
So you would say that it's lekker brew?
Definitely lekker. You can even say it's puss lekker, bro.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, sure. I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much, Diana.
Well, there's Betty just saying a little bit of Afrikaans, just saying how great the ride is this morning. He's having so much fun. I saw him at breakfast. He went for a haircut yesterday, cut his mullet off, but he's in good spirits.
That's probably why he's going so fast today. Got rid of that wind drag at the back of his helmet. Yeah, but we saw Mark Lazaro. He made his way into the canyon there, so he should be on his last lap through. And here we have Graham Jarvis, so absolutely motoring through this section now. Marco Waltner just trying to stick with him now, trying to stick onto Graham's back wheel and get some good pace through here.
Sonny Goggia from Italy.
Sonny had a great prologue yesterday. You know, I watched him in prologues as well. It looked super smooth on the bike, really controlled. You know, super clutch control from him.
Yeah, he finished 11th at the 2021 Romaniacs, 21st at Erzberg last year.
So these guys just taking on some water here because they know it's going to be another long day from here. The day is certainly not over. They're going to take on as much fluid as they can to avoid the dehydration. Sonny making his way across these rocks now before he drops down to complete his lap.
So Sonny finished 12th at this year's Erzberg. He had a really good race. 17 finishes this year at Erzberg, so he did really well to make it to the end in one piece.
So the next riders that we should see coming into the Live Maniacs here is Felix Barker, Dieter Rudolph, who is you know, he's had a few Romaniacs under the belt, Rico, same as him, as well as Brett Swanepoel. So these guys will be in here any second now as Mario Roman just runs past us in our commentary booth here out onto the rest of the racetrack.
Felix Bakker there, our German rider. There really are a lot of new names in the gold class this year, Craig.
Yeah, it's so great to see. A lot of new names, a lot of youngsters. Sport is definitely growing.
It's quite a big decision when you come to Romaniacs as to what class you're going to ride in. You know, bronze, silver, there were a lot of guys phoning me at home and saying, listen, what class should I ride? You can really make a mistake here by entering the wrong class, get yourself into trouble because, you know, you want to come and have a good experience here, you want to finish some of the best riding in the world, and you have to choose carefully.
No, for sure. And Matty Green now, he's left the box. Matty Green is also out on course and on a charge. And yeah, you really nailed it there, Daryl, that the class you choose is so important, you know, because you want to make sure you have a good race and enjoy yourself and arrive on the finish line.
There's a Hungarian rider, Barnabas Mazia, also come onto the scene now in the gold class, so we'll be watching him today.
Hey, I'm here with Sonny Goggia, sorry. Sonny, what did you have for breakfast?
Fuel, gasoline.
Fuel! Oh, so that's why you're riding so good. Okay, the soil is a bit wet. We had some rain lately. So what would you prefer, a bit wet or dry?
Normally I prefer dry, but it's okay, also wet.
Red Bull Romaniacs is a race where you need GPSs, and this is something which hard enduro riders do not really use. How do you deal with it?
Depends, because sometimes I lose the track and it's okay GPS, but sometimes it's not okay because you need to watch every time, and if you go fast it's a little bit dangerous, but it's okay. It's a different race and I like it.
Okay, I'm happy to hear this. I wish you good luck. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.
So while Diana was talking to Sonny there, we saw Dieter Rudolph up into the canyon now. So all those riders are now on course and they're going to be bashing bars pretty soon.
Barnabas just getting past it by Graham. Graham's almost out the quarry.
Also letting Michael Walkner through.
But Michael Walkner is right on Graham's wheel there, so he's making a really good start to his Romaniacs this year. Mike's actually made time on Graham because he started. Looks like Graham started 12th this morning.
Yeah,
and Michael in 14th.
14th. So
it's a good 6 minutes there, so I wonder if something happened to Graham earlier on. Unless there's a lap in between them. What does the timing say there, Craig?
So he did, Graham did start 6 minutes ahead of Michael, but you know, these guys are making their way through this course really quickly, so I think that Graham's probably on his last lap here, and Michael's going to head out for one more.
That would make sense to me, because 6 minutes there, it doesn't make any sense that they'll be on the same lap here.
The silent assassin right here, Graham Jarvis. How was your day?
As you can see, I've already warmed up. Yeah, it was just straight into the rocks, you know, a little bit Erzberg style, which is unusual here. But yeah, just got ready, pumped up, the 3 laps. It's intense already, but hopefully I can get a breather now, get me energy back.
Yesterday you landed 12 on the at the prologue. We all know that endurocross is not your strongest discipline. So tell me, do you expect like craziness, madness, rocks, vertical climbs, steep downhills?
Exactly.
So this is your strongest discipline, right?
Yeah, that's it. You know, you just know it's going to be some really crazy stuff out there. You know, no matter what anybody says, don't believe them. It's going to be crazy for the gold class. So yeah, just expecting the worst, but aim for the best.
I was about to ask you what to expect for the rest of the day, because it's still young, but you just said that you expect the worst, so good luck, babe.
Thank you. See you later.
Oh, Graham is calm as ever. I think he'll just be really happy to get out onto the track and start managing his race. He'll manage his heart rate and try not make any mistakes. And slowly but surely, he's going to try reel in the front runners.
And I think that's a really good mindset that he has there. You know, he said that he expects the worst. So, you know, if you expect the worst and you get to the section and you get through it, then you know, it keeps your mind positive, keeps you going. Whereas if you think, oh no, it's going to be okay, it's going to be easy, and you start to struggle, you know, you want to keep those negative thoughts out of your head and really stay positive throughout the whole day. So definitely a good mindset there from Graham.
I can't help thinking that if the heavens had to open up and it had to just rain like mad, it would definitely play into Graham's favour.
Absolutely.
Because in the wet, he's an absolute master.
Absolutely. We saw Sonny Goggia now out on course. So Sonny is gone past us here, and he's out on track.
That's Dieter Rudolph in screen at the moment. He finished 11th here at Romaniacs last year.
So we should see Michael Walkner in the canyon now with our GoPro runners. They should be making his way up for his last lap now.
There's quite a nice line that's starting to develop out through this track. So a little bit more difficult for the guys in the front with the loose stones, but I think they're starting to separate now, and there's really a nice line starting to form.
Yeah, and we saw a super nice endo turn there from Dieter Rudolph. You know, you can see the technique here by these guys. They're just so precise with where they put their wheels. You know, they train for this, they practice for those kind of turns, because it's going to it saves them a lot of time, not only here in this quarry section, but they do it out there in the forest as well, where it's a lot more slippery.
That's Felix Bakker in front there, and Dieter Rudolph will want to get past him. He doesn't want to get held up.
Yeah, so there's Michael Walkner. So he was on his second lap there, following Graham Jarvis, just tagging on his wheel there. Really good strategy there by Michael, just to help him pick up his pace through the section. He's firing up over that little step, and you can see a big rut forming there now. Turn the bike, back it up, and up over for his last time. So there, Dieter is still just a little bit held up there, but he's going to just keep calm, pick his way through. And we should have most other gold riders arriving soon now. So we're waiting for Brett Swanepoel. Brett should be just about here because we saw Rigo Rico up into the canyon a little bit earlier. So we should see Brett Swanepoel and Lenny Gerovitz and as well as a couple other riders coming through now.
There was Brett Swanepoel that just was in the picture there. He's entered the quarry, he's in the forest on his first uphill.
So Mark Lazaro, he should be on his last lap now, making his way up here. As Graham comes flying past us here in our commentary booth, absolutely on a charge. He is on the hunt.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was getting his breath back there. He was absolutely flat out. He wants to catch the guys in front. That's as clear as it is.
So here we go, Dieter Rudolph now, up through this canyon now. So he's made his way past Felix. Felix riding that step really nicely. See him taking that high line there and then just allowing the back wheel to slide into the groove and catch his grip again. And Felix is going to want to try and tag on here to Dieter because Dieter's riding super well. If he can manage to just tag onto Dieter's wheel, the same how we saw from Michael Walkner do to Graham, it'll really help him with his pace. Don't forget, we're also waiting for Sandra Gomez. So Sandra Gomez is the lady rider in our gold class here. So she should be in this section in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Mark Riba Lazaro there, Spanish rider.
See how he just picks his line. Doesn't want to get caught, those foot pegs caught in any rocks. Just picks his line nice and carefully.
I mean, honestly, any rider that comes here and enters gold, they're seriously capable riders. There's no way you're going to come and do gold if you're not a good rider.
It's a massive challenge, these gold sections. Rigo, yeah, so Rigo just backing up before he fires up that line there. You see, having to just clutch it a little bit more. It's really starting to dig down there now. So one would say that this section is getting a little bit more difficult now for these riders coming towards the back end of the gold field.
There's Barnabas Sismazi again.
And Mitch Brightmore, so Mitch choosing to just walk his bike over that little section there.
35, Rigo Rico from Brazil. Getting off his bike to do a little pivot, getting a bit hung up in the bush over there. He's just going to go around to the high side of the bike, the low side of the bike, and just correct himself. I mean, I'm looking outside our commentary booth up at that climb, Craig. That is seriously steep. The camera actually flattens it out, but it's really, really difficult.
Yeah, it really does flatten it out, and you can see him there, Rigo, just aiming for that little groove where his wheels can just hook up and get him over the top of that.
Time for the goggles to come off.
So Felix just taking his goggles off there. Could be misting up a little bit. Things are really warming up. And if he doesn't get the airflow through, it just starts to mist up. So they choose that option just to take them off. You know, the section is quite open, not too many sticks that can get in your eye. But you definitely want to keep them on as long as possible.
We're quite lucky. The temperatures are a lot cooler than yesterday. I mean, the sun is out, but nowhere near as hot. And that's going to be welcomed by the riders. Somebody passed out outside our commentary booth yesterday. Let's get the medics there. So she just, somebody walking past just fainted.
Wow, it was so hot.
It was crazy hot yesterday, yeah.
great location here for our Live Maniacs. You know, the spectators who have come out to see, they get to see their gold riders on this full section of the course here. You know, Martin and Teo doing a great job to come and scout out this area here and find some lines, dig with the tools, make some good lines and good options for the guys, and track managers have taped it out nicely, cleaned it out, and we've got some really good visuals to see here.
So I think Rico Ricker did a bit of a ghost ride up on the top of that climb, but up is up. Dieter Rudolph, I've just actually seen there's a bit of a step forming halfway up that climb now. So it actually launched him up and he lost a bit of traction halfway up. Starting to get a bit rutted. I think we're going to start seeing some action here, Craig. The latter half of the Gold Riders, I think we're going to start seeing a few mistakes, and you'll be able to see just how difficult it really is. Felix Bakker there, he must be almost done. Brett Swanepoel is in the house, our South African.
So he's just about done with these laps. We've come past these big stones here, and also still waiting for Lenny, as well as Didier and Mark Torres. So Marco Wagner heading out on track now. Marco Wagner just blasting past us here. So he's out on track. He's got Graham Jarvis in front of him, putting those tracks down and making some good lines for him to follow. So Didier Goran there. Didier from Mexico, he's on the scene now here, so he's into these Live Maniac sections. Just pausing for a second, see where he wants to go. You know, this that rock slab, not the easiest, but he's found some good traction and good drive there.
And I can just see the lap times now slowing down. I mean, you saw how fast many of them cleared the section. And the pace is definitely a lot slower here as the guys are picking their way around. It just shows you how difficult this course is. You know, this year's edition is called the Impossible. This part of the course was a lot harder. They had to take one or two pieces out. A little bit too extreme, but I think the mix is absolutely perfect now for the Live Maniac section. Craig, what do you think?
No, I think it's great, and we've got some of the lap times coming through here that, you know, the times that the guys took, and so Manny was certainly the fastest through there. His first lap was 5 minutes and 7 seconds, and his second lap 4 minutes 50, so taking a good 17 seconds off that first lap of his and getting progressively faster. So 4 minutes to clear the section is absolutely flying.
Okay, we've got a good couple of bikes together up on the climb here, so I think we are going to see a couple of little, I won't say bottlenecks, but the guys are going to have to wait their turn on some of these climbs now, I think.
So interesting that Tristan Hart did have the fastest time through this Live Maniacs. He had the fastest, one of the fastest laps at 4 minutes and 37 seconds.
Wow, that's super impressive. That's Lenny Goretzky from Germany. This climb's definitely getting more difficult as time goes on. A little bit of a hole halfway up.
It's starting to really dig down.
Felix Bakker is finally out of the quarry. He's going to be super happy.
And just to give you some provisional results of what's happening out there on track, Manny is looks like he's the virtual leader on the road again, and he's also the first bike on the road, laying down the tracks for everyone to follow.
Well, and
there's our first ghost.
Getting some action. Second ghost, but at least the bike's up, almost up.
Up is up, as you said.
But I mean, you can see how steep it is.
You're gonna bring him as a harness for an abseil kit.
Lenny Goretzky, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care. Up is up. I mean, it's job done. He's just got to get. Is he? It slipped down. Oh no, he doesn't. He's gonna have to go back down.
Okay, you'll back it up again.
And try again. He won't be able to ride it out from there.
Definitely doesn't want to push it because that's just gonna burn all of his energy.
Let's have a slow-mo of the crash. All right, that's the only way he's going to clear it. He's just reversed his bike back down that line, and he's going to give it full send to clear it this time around.
So he's going to put second gear, starting off from seating on just to make sure that the back wheel gets traction. And,
almost up. I hope the bike stays up. No, it's not.
No.
Oh, I hope he manages to climb around that bike and just pull that front wheel over.
Just leverage it over, get that front wheel into the trees there, then he should be safe.
That's Barnabas. I think he's on his final lap now. That's not what he wants to see. Somebody jamming up the line.
Doesn't seem too sad about it.
Nah, he's happy to get a little bit of breath, I think. Pretty chill there. He knows that there's nothing he can do. He's just got to wait for that bike to get out of that section.
And remember, guys, this is a creme de la creme of world calendar riders. So this is not nothing.
And these are the best of the best. You know, these are gold riders. These are top riders. The creme de la creme. And you can see not making it up, just showing you just how difficult it is.
All right, things are starting to hot up now. There's no other line there. You've got to wait for that bike to get out of the way.
Got to wait for them to get out, and it looks like Dieter has just made his way ahead there, but I'm sure that they will sort it out between them.
Well, and also making a mistake. He's not going to be happy with that. No option to come back down the line, the same thing, and give it another go. And another bike comes into that section. So yeah, this is going to get really interesting now.
So Barnabas just waiting patiently there. Probably a good option. Get some power back and he should clear this section now. He's probably asking Dieter, what's wrong with you? Why didn't you make it up? And then, oh, shame. Looks like he hit neutral there, Daryl.
Yeah, this is not good. So, yeah.
So, you know, that's the worst thing you can do as a rider when you're trying to just get over a ledge and you just hit neutral and there's nothing you can do because that bike just goes rolling back down the hill.
Yeah, this is where you start losing serious time because, you know, the clock is ticking and each rider waiting for their turn.
And he was just about up, you know.
It looks like it's getting pretty, really slippery there, that it's dried out a little bit. There was a little bit more traction a bit earlier, but it looks like from the dust that I can see there, that a top layer of grip has been spun out, getting into some really slippery, loose ground underneath.
So Didier gonna fire it up? So he just lost his momentum. You know, he took it so slowly to make sure that that back wheel wasn't breaking traction. He just wanted to get drive out there, just about over, just like we saw with Barnabas. Getting that front wheel, but just not carrying enough momentum to get over. And there's Barnabas. We can see him coming out from behind that tree there. He had fallen all the way down. He needs to now come back across the camber.
Lenny Goretzky. Just getting shown a line over there. He's at the bottom of the quarry.
And we saw Dieter there behind him. So Dieter looks like he's come back. Yeah.
That's Vaclav Nedved from the Czech Republic.
These guys jamming up a little bit here, so they have to want to sort it out between them. They might, what you could see shortly is these guys actually starting to pair up, you know, actually starting to team up and help each other. So as that front wheel gets over the lip, another guy can just grab it and pull it over and help each other through this section. Because the more jams up there, the more time they're going to be wasting.
Yeah, it's important to know no outside assistance is allowed, except for riders may help each other, obviously. But yeah, the trick is to just get out here on your own. First prize. I don't think it's hard enough to help each other yet, so they just need a clean run.
So we've got lots of riders in section now, a bit of carnage all over the place. Great action to see here for all our spectators. There's lots of cameras out, binoculars even, people using binoculars to zoom in and see exactly what's going on.
This makes it really difficult though, because you want to start as far to the left as possible and put the power down right from the start and get that drive to make it up the ledge. You know, momentum is everything. And if there's 2 or 3 bikes there together at the same time, then it becomes really difficult to get that run up that you need. And that's why the guys are struggling like that.
So we see Antti Haninen from Finland. He's just arrived now, so he's up into the canyon. And he's in for a nice treat when he gets out of that canyon and into this rocky quarry of our martial arts.
Sure, and that's Felix Bakker. He has to be on his last lap. He can't wait to get out of the quarry.
Yeah, he can't wait. So Felix knows the drill here. He knows the story.
It's definitely getting harder and harder, that piece. So it's getting spun out. It's very loose. Felix, it's the 3rd lap he had a problem, but the other 2 laps he didn't. So it shows that it's definitely getting more difficult.
You probably find that those rocks have just broken away now with all those guys going up there, spinning it out. That line that was there earlier, that little flat line has just broken away, and now it's a real off camber that they need to get their bikes up and over.
Lenny Goretzky back up the forest. I mean, even that forest section going up, there's some big steps over there. It's quite cool in there, actually. A little bit of water flowing down, and there's a couple of big ledges that you can't see on camera. So it's quite tiring riding up there.
Lenny, he started in 20th place this morning, so we've got quite a few riders that are through this section here. Brett Swanepoel was just ahead of him. We saw some visuals of Brett earlier. Hopefully we can get our camera to catch him again.
Yeah, this piece is really starting to present a problem, huge problem.
So Mark is just about over there. Mark Torres is just about over that section. He should be on his last lap. Hopefully we can get some riders into the 5-minute little rest stop there and get some thoughts from them about how it's been going there, because wow, I think this is turning out to be quite a challenge for them early on in the day. Sun's coming out, really not easy. So Mark, he's cleared that section now. He's going to come around and finish off his lap.
Okay.
And Mark started in 8th position this morning, so you know he was started ahead of Matthew Green and Mario and Sonny, as well as Graham. So he's lost massive time already.
Just shows you how well the boys are riding. Yeah? And the differentiator now in the World Championship, you can see the talent coming through. The guys with these trial skills just make up so much time on these sections.
Absolutely. So our mountain runners there following Didier Gorand on the GoPro. Some good shots there. And here we have Vaclav Nedved from Czech Republic. Let's hopefully go across to Diana. Oh, look at that shoulder. Let's hopefully go across to Diana soon and get some thoughts from these riders. And hopefully he can maybe put some sun cream on that shoulder, because he's really torn that shirt quite badly.
Okay, back to Vaclav Nedved, our Czech rider, Czech Republic, giving that climb another go. As we see there, David Garza from Mexico. We've got two Mexicans in the gold class. We've got David Garza and Didier Goyrand. Both of them now in this forest section. So it'll be pretty cool to see them back on the scene. I remember riding with Jesus Zavala back in the day with Chris Birch. Magic guy, good mates. And pretty cool to see some more Mexicans out on track, especially in the gold class.
So Jesus is actually competing with his son in the bronze class this year. We saw them yesterday on the prologue. His son on a 85, really storming through the course. So great to see a father and son combination there.
Okay, Vaclav has got stuck on that same line as everybody else. He's going to try and push his way out. I think he'll be able to get out from there. Yeah, muscling that bike up.
It's a really precarious position there, you know, because
keeping that wheel spinning while he tries to get better footing. He doesn't want to let that bike go back down. You just can't see the steepness of the climb.
And he's just trying to, you see him there, he's got the bike running, so he makes sure that it's not sliding down. And he needs to try and get a good foothold there and get a good push.
So picking the bike up like that is really difficult, because the front wheel is up against a vertical ledge over there. So he might be better off climbing right to the front side of the bike and dragging it up by the front wheel.
The Dieter Rudolph passing us in front here. So now Dieter Rudolph, he's cleared. Yeah, he's out on track. I'm sure he's happy to now get out in the open air, cool his body down a little bit and start attacking the next section.
David Garza just lining himself up there, making sure that he's got a good base to get that initial traction, and just getting his heart rate down. I think he's quite happy just to sit there for a minute and get his composed.
So we didn't see how Barnabas and the guys that were stuck there together, how they got out. So they could have teamed up, because they seemed to get out there pretty quickly.
Cool, looks like Vaclav has cleared the section. David just clearing his bike, making sure that it's not going to bog up the climb.
Great shots here from our GoPro. Look at that.
So that's Peru, Albula, Irazola from Spain.
So Peru just making good work there of that canyon section. He's cleared it and he's going to be dropping into the quarry soon.
Guys, we are about to finish this show here. A lot of things going on. This was the first taste. I would like you guys to do this, but then we also ask Diana how did you like it, and Diana will then say like a lot and stuff like that. She doesn't say farewell.
Didier Goyrand, our second Mexican, but it looks like he's out there. What a great job. Yeah, he managed to get out.
So we've seen a lot of carnage here, a lot of riders in the section. The course is being cut up now. These guys are making real hard work of this, and they're going to have a long day ahead of us. But yeah, what a great start to the race.
We hope you've enjoyed the Live Maniacs at Off-Road Day 1. I mean, it's been quite a spectacle, Craig.
No, it's been awesome. I mean, we saw those guys in the beginning attacking. And Diana, what was your thoughts there of the riders?
I mean, it was great, and the guys really enjoyed it. They thought that it's going to be a bit tougher, but they actually liked it very much. They expected worse, but they were actually excited for this. So yeah, I'm happy for them.
I think it's been a really intense start to the day. Join us again tomorrow. Daryl, we've got some more action tomorrow, so join us tomorrow again at 8 a.m. again, Eastern European Summer Time, for some more action on Live Maniacs.
See you guys tomorrow.